It's cold. Cover this. Although it'll probably be too warm. But that's okay. Cold. It's cold. It's chilly. What? Don't sit in my way. If you want to go do something, you got to get out of my way. Don't go up there. Don't. Why are you going up there? Why are you being a weirdo? Right now. Yeah, see, I knew you didn't want to be up there. You're being so weird. Yeah, you're being a weirdo. You. Oh, that's way better. Why my nose is so drippy? Oh, that didn't really help. Oh, oh. Whew. Wow, what a struggle. That took me 5 minutes just to finish getting ready. Yeesh, you think I was just waking up out of bed or something? Okay, let's this on, even though we're not. Nice girl. Oh, I'm gonna need my battery. Hopefully I got a battery. I haven't charged anything since this weekend. Let's put you guys in here. Here we go. Or from this last week, I haven't charged any. Well, from yesterday, I guess. Or no, not yesterday, the day before. Let's see if I have battery. I'm gonna need it. I got enough to make it through this stream because we're not going very far. We're only gonna go maybe, 4 miles round trip, about 2 miles down. Because if I go any further than that, we will lose signal. Why are you so jumpy? Why? You have no reason to be jumpy. Yeah, no reason. Here, you need to put your bell on, actually. Where is your bell? There it is. Don't be jumping. Don't jump. Will you hold still? Hold still. What are you doing? Gosh dang, you're crazy. You're just a crazy pants. Hold still. Thank you. Okay, now be crazy. Gosh dang her, she's a crazy pants. I don't even know if I have battery on my gimbal. I don't even know. There we go. And my gimbal's already going crazy here. What is going on? Okay, it looks like it's stabilized. Okay, my guess is... Oh, nope, now it's being all crazy again. Hello, Andre. Why is... Don't get dizzy on me. I gotta fix my gimbal. I don't know what is... Why is doing what it's doing, but we gotta fix it. And I gotta change camera views. There we go. And, oh, there we go. I was like, why is my signal crap? I have great signal here. Or my network connection, I should say. Okay, I don't know how much running and how much walking we're gonna do. But we're gonna do something. The wind is chilly. I'm like, all of a sudden there's no path. I was a little confused for a second. Like, how do we get over to the trail? We go this way. Nah, it's my connection. It is, I don't know why. It says weak network connection, even though I have very, very good signal here. Would be sad to miss the Cocodona story. I don't really have a whole lot of Cocodona stories. I know, why is this connection? Why does it say my network connection is so bad? I don't get it. Because I have freaking awesome cell service up here. My dog is so freaking crazy this morning. Because she hasn't done anything for a week now. So she is just going crazy. We're gonna go this way. Yeah, we're gonna go down this way. She wanted to go the other way. Maybe we'll go the other way tomorrow. We'll go this way today. Because I don't feel like crossing the highway. I mean, it's gonna be bad enough probably as it were. She's gonna be a little crazy going this way. Why is the network connection so crappy? Like, my strength actually can't get any better. All right, you're gonna see a blip, everybody. I'm gonna try and fix this. What the hell? Like, okay, we should be good to go now. I don't know what is going on with the network connection. I literally, because I'm like, my signal strength can't get any better. So I literally just turned off cell service and then turned it back on. And as soon as it connected again, now all of a sudden I'm running 6 megabytes per second. Like, which is what I have it limited at for buffer speed. So I don't know what the heck is going on. That was just weird. Like, why were you having network connection issues? Okay, so we should be good now. Now that we've lost all our viewers that I had. But now we should be good. I'm gonna try and run for a little bit. My legs are so like stiff from standing. Basically, other than, well, Monday and Tuesday I was moving quite a bit because I wasn't like just standing in one place, but like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I pretty much just stood one place for 14 hours straight or more each day. I guess it's about 12 to 14 hours. I would say actually standing in one place. Although on Friday I got a little bit smarter and actually pulled out my camping chair because I sometimes have a good 10 to 20 minute break in between people, so coming by, and that way I was able to, oh, my phone or my watch finally found GPS signal too. That's crazy. Whew. I gotta plug my phone in already. There we go. Well, not already, I just need to plug it in. I guess already. Which I had it plugged in all night charging, I thought. Oh no, I plugged it in when we got here last night. Which surprisingly I got here way later than I thought I would. I was gonna try and hit the trail last night. We didn't get here until, oh geez, it was like 6:30. And by then I'm like so hungry, I was like, I just gotta eat some dinner. And I was tired. I finally got a decent amount of sleep last night. Because one thing about working any race, but a race like this too, I mean, this just makes it longer, but any race, you're only getting like most like maybe 4 hours of sleep a night. Although Thursday night I got a pretty decent amount of sleep, just because of how it worked out. I got off the top of Eldon at about 9. Well, by the time I got down off the mountain, it was about 9, and then half-hour drive to the location that I was at for the next morning, so I was able to just wake up and at my next location, which was nice. I didn't have any travel time. So it was I got about, well, probably 5 hours maybe, because even though, yeah, so I was at my next location at 9:30, but then I have to charge all my batteries and stuff every night. So wherever I get to or whatever I'm doing, I'm, you know, for my location there, I was carrying everything into the aid station because they had hard power to plug everything in, which was nice because my batteries were starting to get pretty low on my van. Even though I was freaking charging at the max with this Arizona sun, it was still not keeping up with how much power I was using. Well, it would have kept up, but at one of the locations I was at on the first day, one of our drone pilots was starting to run low on battery, so I had him just plug into my van to charge all his stuff. And so between that and me, I was pretty low. And then I was actually like keeping up, but I wasn't using my van to charge any crap either. Like, I mean, I was, but not like my big DJI batteries or anything like that. Other than Friday night I did, because I didn't know if I was going to need anything on Saturday morning or not, which I ended up not needing because I just used all the existing stuff at the finish line. Sure is buffering a lot. It should be better now because I had to totally turn off cell service and bring it back on, and now it's not even buffering on my side, so hopefully it's good to go now. It was giving me network connection errors, which I don't know why. When it does that, it's because I don't have very strong signal, but I'm running full bars of 4G LTE, which is way more than I need to stream with. 2 bars of 4G LTE will allow me to stream. It is weird, like coming in today or last night. Like, this is a good campsite that a lot of people go to. And so when we're driving in on this road, not even the very first two, like the first campsite and the third campsite, which are really close to the highway, were taken. So I was like, oh great, it's gonna be busy back in here. So the one we're at, which I would say is the best campsite out here, we were driving into there, and I was like slowly going in because it's a dead end. So I hate like driving in to a campsite like that, and then you see somebody and it's like, well, this is awkward. You have to turn around and leave. So we were like slowly driving in, and I was like, there ain't nobody here. We're like, what the heck? This is weird. So you would think on a weekend like this, it would be busy up here, but it has not been. Like, once we got past those 2 people, I haven't seen anybody else out here. I'd be curious, there's another campsite up here further. Curious to see if somebody's up there. Because it's a popular campsite too. One that we use as well. If I can't get the one we're at now, I try and get this one up here. Okay. Now that we're more exposed in the sun, I am wishing I didn't have my coat on. This wind is chilly when you're not in the sun. I don't know what the actual temperature is, but it got pretty cold last night. inside the van, it was 40, what did I say, 45? No, 42. It was 42 inside the van when we woke up this morning, which I did not want to get up. But Nahri, knowing that the sun was about ready to come up, decided she was so excited about being out here that we had to get going. Well, we didn't get going. She did. I didn't. There is no we in this. So I opened the door and let her do her thing, whatever she wanted to do, which was funny because then she only did that for like half an hour, and then she was like, I'm going back to bed. Put the blanket over me so I could just lay here and look out the back door. Meanwhile, I'm over here freezing my ass off trying to drink my coffee, because every time I try and shut the side door then, because it's been breezy all morning, I go to hit the shut the side door, and then she'd see a squirrel or a chipmunk and be like, I gotta go outside. So I was constantly like getting up. So then I was like, screw it, I'll just leave the side door open. Well, then I have this cold breeze just blowing through the van, and man, I was cold. So I didn't get any more sleep for one, which is what I really wanted. I mean, I got some killer sleep last night. I am not complaining. I got probably 9 hours of sleep. It was well needed. Did you miss the Cocodona stories? No, I haven't told any. I don't really have any Cocodona stories. Oh, see, there's somebody at this campsite. I don't really have a lot of Cocodona stories. I mean, I had a couple video clips from my camera that went viral, which was kind of cool. The one with Courtney DeWalter when she's jumping out of the way of the rattlesnake, that was from my camera feed. So that's always cool when that happens. You know, it's like, what, 2 years ago, Black Canyon, it was my camera feed that caught the pass from when Riley went past, who was that, Mary? That people made lots of memes off of. I really have a lot of stories. It was a good week. Had a lot of fun doing it. I always do. Had a little bit of FOMO about not racing, but I don't know. Like, there's part of me that does want to go back to that course and try and do well, but also I don't ever want to run a 200 again. So like, there's is this a new tree? I don't remember this being here last time we were here. Like, if I was to ever do a 200 plus race again, I think it would be Tour, but that race is so tough that I don't think I could do it realistically. That race has like, isn't it like close to 100,000 feet of vert? Something like that. Man, like when I did UTMB, which of course is only 100 miles, only. I mean, that thing has almost 40,000 feet. And so it'd be like 2.5 times that. In twice the distance or whatever it ends up being. Like, I just don't know if I could actually do it, to being honest. Much better now? Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, I missed your previous comment. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna read comments out of order. My brain is still a little fried because it is a little bit mentally exhausting. People think like, oh, you're a camera guy out on course, you know, you're just standing there using a camera. Like, it's not like you really have to think about anything or anything like that. And it's like, no, you're constantly, you have to have that videographer mindset. So you're trying to find the most engaging shot, and engaging doesn't necessarily mean the most scenic shot, because you have to think this is a broadcast. You have to think like chat. What does chat want? And so it's like, I need a nice long, if I can get a nice long view, you know, as you bring the athletes in, that's like the best in some aspects. But you have to kind of balance between scenic and, you know, being able to see the athletes have a good purview, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. So it is mentally exhausting too, and the fact that you're not getting much sleep. But it's like, it's fun. I always have fun. Cocodona week, stressful, yeah, but it's so much fun. It's how a lot of people feel about, say, Western states. That's how I feel about Cocodona. And I mean, Cocodona made ESPN this last week. So I don't know as if Western ever has. I'm gonna take my coat off. Find a spot up here that I can set things down. Because that sun is hot. Whew. I see, girl, you're having fun? Yeah? Oh, you're just having so much fun. She is so happy being out here on the trails after being stuck in the van all week. I mean, I let her out every now and then, depending on where we were at. Like the first day up on Mount Eldon, not the first day of the stream, the first day I was up on Mount Eldon, the racers were coming through there fairly infrequently, so I was able to just let her out. Because if she was a little more settled down, then I could have just had her out the whole time. But she is just so wound up and gets so excited to see another person running that she would have been jumping up at all these racers, and I don't need that. And they don't need that. They gotta, especially at that point in the race, they're at what, between 245, 246 miles. I was gonna find a nice little stump on the side of the trail up here. I got this song stuck in my head and I don't know why, because I've been listening to music since last night. And I don't even know as if I heard that song. So my plan is, well, one, I got to figure out when she has another doctor's appointment this week. So I got to figure out when it is. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure when. So we gotta be back by then. But if it's Wednesday, we'll get back Tuesday night. Not a big deal. But that means we have to leave here tomorrow and start the journey back, because I'm not going to drive it. Could we drive it all in one day? Yes. Am I going to? No. So what we'll do is stay here one more night. I'd love to stay 2 nights. If it's Thursday, then we can stay 2 nights. And then we'll just drive about, 5 hours down the road, I think, to our normal little spot that we stop at. Mid-drive back. And stay the night there tomorrow night. Unless it's Thursday night, then we'll stay there Tuesday night. And then, that's a new tree. And then just drive the rest of the way the next day. And we can get a run in that day too. Or my other plan that we could do is, if it's on Thursday, is still leave here tomorrow night, drive like the 5 hours to the next spot, get a little run / walk in the next day, and then drive, what would it be, about another 5 hours to another spot, the spot where she lost her Fi tracker, and then stay there that night. There's not really a spot to, like, we can't really get a good run in or anything. We could walk for a little bit or something that morning, and then it's only like a 3-hour drive the next day. So we could do that. I mean, we could do that for appointments in the afternoon anyways, because I don't know when it is. It's on my calendar, or on my, like, her little, the app that her vet uses. I can get in there and log in and see what it is. I just haven't done it. Lots of other stuff going on. Like, I fell asleep. Like, we got here, and first thing I did was I just pulled all my video equipment, because it was just scattered and just thrown in my van. Pulled it all out, and then repacked everything so that I could pack everything up nice. And so we got done with that. Like I said, we got here about, I think we got here actually about 5:30. But by the time I got all that done, it was 6:30. And then I just cooked some dinner really fast. And like, I haven't even done my dishes because I was like, I ate, and like 20 minutes later I was snoozing, and then which kind of sucked, because then I woke up about 9:30ish or so, and it was like, oh man, I was like awake. It's like, this sucks, because I really didn't need sleep. And so then I was awake for about an hour and a half or so, until I was finally able to fall back asleep again. But so I got tons of sleep, like I said, like 9 hours total. Another tree. Now, there's definitely been some trees that have blown down since the last time we were here. Like, I remember a couple trees last time we were here, but not this many. I almost decided to stay in Flagstaff. A couple friends, or I would call them friends, are workmates, but for me they're friends. They may not consider me a friend, but I consider them friends. We're gonna stay an extra day there, or extra night, and and get a run in on next morning and stuff. And I almost thought about just staying down there, but I discovered that my favorite area to stay in the Flagstaff area, they do not allow camping anymore. It's like, it makes zero sense. I don't understand why they shut it down to camping. Every time I was there, it was never like abused or anything, but I'm guessing they started getting, because, you know, Flagstaff's expensive, so they probably started getting people residential camping there, which is why they had to shut it down, which sucks. Because it was, the access to the trails around Mount Humphreys was just phenomenal from that area. You could run all the way to like Buffalo Park in Flagstaff. Like, such an awesome place. And which makes me wonder if up higher, there's some spots up higher too that aren't as good, but they're actually numbered like dispersed camping. Like there's actual dispersed camp spots. Because this is first camp, it's not, you don't have to pay or anything. It's not an established campground. But it makes me wonder if that's still open. I should have ran it. Well, it was so late at night, I didn't want to drive all the way up that high. But I should have maybe yesterday done that. If I was going to stay there, that's probably what I would have done. Just drove up there and see. I could get on iOverlander and see if anybody said anything. But because of that, on Friday night, because that's where I was planning on staying Friday night, but because when we got out there, everything was closed, it was like we had to just drive over. I wasn't gonna like just go searching after that, so we had to go to another place that I knew was open, which was like half hour away on the complete other side of the mountains. And I did not want to like drive in very far, so it was like we were close to the highway too. I mean, I was only getting like 4 hours of sleep anyways, because I had to wake up so early. But, well, I would have got more sleep if I was able to stay closer. I wouldn't have got there so late, and two, I wouldn't have had to wake up so early to make the drive to the finish line. It was all good. I didn't feel bad. Well, I actually did take Nahri out yesterday, quite a few times while I was at the finish line, so that she wasn't stuck in the van. But she did get stuck in the van for about probably 3 hours or more. About 3 hours probably. But I turned the AC on, so she was fine. Because I'm sure people were like, when I walked over there, I was waiting, so me and a couple of friends, we went over to a place to get some food because they got the finish line broken down and packed up, and we had to wait for the studio to get finished packed down so that we could go drive over and load it up. And so we decided to go try and grab some quick lunch really fast. Ended up there, like, we were just gonna eat there, which luckily we didn't. So we were like, oh, can we get it to go? And they're like, yeah, it'll be like 20 to 30 minutes because we're kind of backed up right now. And then So they went back and I just stayed there, and that 20 to 30 minutes ended up taking 50 minutes for us to get our food. And I walked back to the van because I was just going to grab her and then just walk over to where the studio was, since I actually had a parking spot, and I didn't want to, like, because the studio is only like 2 blocks away from there. But when I walked up to the van, and I was monitoring the temperature inside the van, and because I had the AC turned on and everything for her, but she likes to sit in the cab, so it does get some of the AC, but because it's you know, you're fully, well, not fully in the sun, but you know, the sun shines through the windshield and stuff. It'll be whatever it says it is in the back of the van. It'll be probably 5 or 6 degrees warmer there, and so I knew it was probably, you know, probably mid 80s in the cab, which really it was actually it was colder than that once I opened the door. But she was just passed out, like sleeping, and so I wondered if people like were walking by there, seeing this dog just laid out, looking. I mean, if you just walked by, you'd think she was like just dead, laying in the front seat when she was laying there. They're probably walking by and be like, "Oh, that dog is dead" or something. Even though I have my stickers and signs in the window that say it's protected by a pet temperature monitoring system. We're gonna go back. I lose signal if I go on that side of the road. Yeah, I lose signal, sweet girl. Oh, I think we'll just walk the whole way back. So I'll just leave my coat on. No, I think I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna find somewhere to take it off, because now that I've turned this direction, it is just baking me from behind. Huh. Are you just having the time of your life? Yeah? Oh, she is having so much fun. She's like, "This is so much fun. So much fun, Dad." There might be a stump right here I can set the camera on. Maybe. Looks like it. This would be a good spot. It's flat. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, what's that yawn for? Are you sleepies? I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling this elevation too. But it could be that I'm also just like super dehydrated right now. I like drank so much water last night, and I was still peeing yellow this morning, which makes sense. I was doing really good staying up on my hydration all week, but then yesterday at the start line, it got a lot warmer than I was used to for that early in the morning, so I didn't have my water bottle on me. So I got behind yesterday morning, because up on Mount Eldon is where I spent most of my Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and other than Friday where I got baked pretty good by the sun, but temperature wise it wasn't bad out there. I think it might got into the mid, I don't even think it was probably like 70 degrees up top, but I mean I got baked by the sun. My ears are mostly, my left ear is all sunburned, my nose got a little sunburn, my hands, like the top of my, like the back of my hands got sunburned because they were exposed. And I was trying to keep up putting sunscreen on, but I obviously didn't do it often enough. Like, my hands aren't too bad. I could tell they got sunburned. But my left ear, which is where the sun was most of the day, and my nose, because a lot of times when I'm using the camera, I have to turn my hat backwards. So my nose was like out there more, versus if I'm wearing a hat, you know, it kind of keeps the sun off. And if I would have thought about it, like, I think the back of my neck got a little sunburned too. If I would have thought about it, I would have either worn my sun hoodie or my bucket hat. I should have worn my bucket hat. Like, I had long sleeves on the whole time, because no matter where I was at, it was kind of chilly with the wind. So I had my lighter coat on pretty much all day. And the only change I had was in the mornings. I had my puffy on top of it because it was so chilly. Whew, like, my first location at Arastra, like, it never really did warm up. I think the warmest it got, well, I don't know what the warmest it got. By the time I left there, which was, what, about 2-3 in the afternoon? Maybe a little later than that. So it would have been the hottest part of the day. It only got up to like 61 degrees. And it was breezy, so it was chilly. That's the one weird thing about Arizona. It's like, it's either a super hot wind or a super cold wind. There's no in between. Like, even right now, it's probably going to get up to the mid 80s, high 80s up here on the plateau. It's easily probably getting 60 degrees or more right now. But this breeze makes it feel like it's freaking 40 out. It's actually fairly certain we were probably going to run into some thru hikers out here this morning. Because usually, like, timing wise, about where they stay at, they're usually somewhere close to the highway. So this early in the morning is when you'll catch them, timing wise. There was, well, it's like one of the elites, I'm not gonna say who it was, when they got to the top of Mount Eldon, where I was at, like, I could see him about half a mile down the trail, and there's an intersection there, and they stood there for a good like 3 or 4 minutes, and you could tell they were like confused as to where they needed to go. And they started going the wrong direction, and then like turned around and then got where the direction I needed to go, and just struggling, moving so slow. And they got to the top where I was at with a GoPro, and like, I've met this person many times, and they looked right at me and said, "I keep forgetting where I'm at." And I was like, oh no, this is not good. Like, this person is so sleep deprived, confused. Like, I'm actually a little worried, because that climb down off of Mount Eldon is really, really tough. Like, so I was actually worried. And yeah, they were moving so slow down, because you follow the tracker, and then they got down at the bottom and got lost. So you know they were like not doing well. It's like, gosh dang, this is an elite. So you could see it affects everybody that late in the race. Morning, Raccoon. Your in-laws want to check in? Nice. How'd the mini marathon go? I know they had the US 5K championships there as well, because I saw Allie O took, kind of a big fan of Allie O, and she took 5th, I think. I didn't know that was where they were having the US 5K championships at. I didn't put that together. I did not put 2 and 2 together. Went okay. Missed PR by a minute. It's not too bad. That's a good. It's still good. Like, if I could get within a minute of my PR right now, I'd be so elated. That means I'm in really good shape. Some very fast folks there, yeah. Yeah, I watched her video this morning from the race, and yeah, she was listing off some of the names that were there just on the female side, the women's side of the 5K champs, and I was like, gosh dang, there's some fast people there. Whew. Man, I am feeling it. I don't know if it's just the whole week beat me down, or but this elevation feels like it's hitting extra. And really it shouldn't, because I spent the last, much of last week up on Mount Eldon, which is just shy of 10,000 feet. I'm only sitting at like, what, 7,500, 7,600 right now? I know once you get to the highway, it's like just shy of 8,000, but I think I'm about 400 feet lower here. You're determined to PR at half in September and your main marathon in November. I think you can do it. I have no doubt, because all you're doing every time you do this is you're just building fitness. Keep doing speed work, and you'll get there easy. Whew. Today is going to be a very lazy day. I definitely need a day to decompress, and I'm gonna try and work. I should be able to pretty easy. I think I'll have no problems with the sun, being able to run my big computer. So I'm gonna try and work on some YouTube edits. But other than that, I'm just gonna try and chill. I just need to chill. I hope my dog, I heard really early this morning, off in the distance, I heard some turkey were wandering around. So hopefully my dog, they've moved off far enough that my dog isn't gonna, because she will chase them for a mile. She will have no problem doing it. She doesn't have a tracking collar on anymore since she lost it on our drive down here. Which I do need to get on and order a new one today. But I think I'm not gonna replace it with another Fi. I think I'm gonna just spend the extra money and get a Garmin for her, because we got some big trips planned in the backcountry. So I'd feel way safer if she had one of those on. Plus those are nice because then I can start training her to not get too far away from me, because you can either have like a tone that says that she's getting too far away, and so if I can teach her what that tone means, or I mean you can get the ones that have like a vibration or a shock or something as well, but I don't think she needs that. I think I can train her with a tone. Have a good lazy run. Hey, that will over you. I really think it's the altitude, because I'm a little almost lightheaded. I don't think it's just dehydration, even though I am dehydrated. I think it's the altitude, which doesn't make any sense, because I've been sleeping at altitude since Tuesday night. Yeah. Or no, Monday night? Where did I sleep on Monday night? Oh, so I was down at lower altitude Monday night. So yeah, Tuesday night, ever since then, I've been sleeping at altitude. It is so dry, like my nose and sinuses have been so jacked up the last, well, really since we got down here, which was what, Saturday night? Kind of thinking about seeing if my buddy Mike, he was one of our drone operators all race, but we were always off at different locations. I never got to say hi to him, and he lives about 40 miles from here, so maybe go and stop by and see, go visit with him for a bit. Ooh. I can tell I've definitely lost some weight too, because when you're that busy, ooh, I got the hiccups now. When you're that busy, you don't really get a chance to eat a lot. except for when Patty Curie is around the aid stations, then she makes sure that you eat. As that Deer Pass, she's getting ready to leave there, and she was like, before you leave, you make sure you get yourself a hot dog or something over there. I was like, yes, Patty. And then later on, because my next spot after Deer Pass was up at Schnebley Hill, and that's where she was at, helping set up the aid station up there. And then I got up there and she was like, did you eat something at the aid station? I was like, yeah, I did grab a hot dog. Because at that time, that was the only thing I had to eat all day. And so then up at Schnebley, she was like, well, you make sure we're going to have some good food here shortly. You make sure you get some stuff. And like one of their, at Schnebley, which is funny, a lot of the, you don't really think of it as being something like a good combination. But when you're that deep into a race, it just hits differently. But they had chili on noodles. Oh, so good. So I did have a bowl of that after I got done. Because by the time it got really dark, I just slept there knowing that I was gonna have to wake up, and well, my next drive was only like 20 minutes, so I didn't have to wake up too early. But I just slept there at Schnebley Hill. So I just got a bowl of some food before I wandered into the van to sleep. But I mean, it was already like, shoot, what was it? By the time I got done that night, it was probably 10:30, 11 o'clock. So then by the time eating and everything, it was after midnight. And then I had to wake up extra early because I didn't have enough power in my van really to charge anything other than like my SDR batteries and my V-mount. So I woke up early to go over to Tuttle to plug my big DJIs in, both of them, so that I would make sure I had charge for the whole day. Because I don't know what I was, oh yeah, at Tuttle I didn't really need my DJI or my power banks to do what I was doing. So while I was there filming the front leaders for a couple hours, they were able to charge, and they fully charged. So then I was able to do the whole rest of the day. Okay, she just pooped somewhere over here, and I wanted to make sure it looked okay, and I don't know where she did it. I can smell it. No, I can't find it. That's okay. Because she's been getting into some stuff, probably not necessarily so good for her tummy. She found a elk leg, like the lower bone of an elk last night, and proceeded to chew on it for like 2 hours. And it had at least some hide and some sinew and stuff on it. I don't think it had any flesh or meat or anything. But and then she found another bone this morning that she was chewing on too, and I don't know what kind of bone it was. It was pretty small, and because it was so small, then she was like chewing on it. She was like actually eating the bone, like breaking it and eating it. Ooh, good on her taking care of the folks. Yeah, Patty's awesome. So Patty has been running like the aid stations for years, and she is actually the mother of the owner of the company. And I mean, she knows what she's doing, and that's why Air Viper Running is always known as having the best aid stations out of any race organization. Patty is like if you're a brand new aid station captain, you could walk in there never having done anything, and she has a book there waiting for you that she has spent many, many years on, revising, making better, all that. And it's very detailed instructions of what to do, how to do, so that the runners are fully taken care of, because it's all about the racers. And yeah, I figured the relationship to me. Oh, yep, it's not a common last name, that's for sure. Yeah, so that's his mom. I mean, she is so specific on, like, even before she leaves an aid station, she teaches them how to properly make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which you don't think that's hard. It's not hard to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but there is a specific way of doing it, which is better for the runners. And that's the kind of detail that she's learned throughout the years. Because it not only makes it more, I would say maybe calorie dense for the runners. They get more out of it, but also it lasts longer, so they could grab it and put it in their pack or whatever, and an hour down the trail will be, just as tasty. Ooh, it is getting warm out here now. Well, there's no breeze right here. I'm like sweating, and I took my coat off, and I don't have any water on me, so we don't have much further to go though. We are really close. About less than 3/4 of a mile to get back, because this is 2 miles out, 2 miles back. That's oh, hey little guy, you got a little lizard. Hi, little lizard guy, how are you? You're a little cutie. Yeah, you're just a little cutie. We'll let you go, okay? There you are, right there. Have a good day. Oh, now my gimbal's all jacked up. Oh, jeez. Okay, look away if you get dizzy, because I gotta fix my gimbal. Here I go and do something like that, and the only way to fix it is to like go around in a circle one way and then back the other way, and then it levels itself out. Lizard's looking at me like, what are you doing on my trail? Oh, at least there's a little shade right here. It's nice. Actually, I gotta take my sunglasses off because I can't see. Oh, here comes my dog. She's like, what is taking you so long? Huh? What is taking us so long? Yeah, you need a drink. She's like, no, I don't. She takes off sprinting. I think tomorrow morning we'll go across the highway. So we'll head south on this trail, and then we'll, because from here to the highway, I think is about a mile, maybe a little more than that, 1.5 miles. And then we can also do that portion that we did last week, or well, it was over a week ago. Or was it last week? A week ago? Was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday morning, actually. A week ago. So, that we did that. So that would give us about, what, 6 miles round trip, I guess? Be good for her. Nahri, get out of there. Nahri. My guess is somebody decided to poop in this campsite and didn't bury it. Because she was over there trying to eat something. I don't understand people. One, it looks like toilet paper. Why would you poop in your campsite? Like, at least you can wander. There's so many trees and stuff out there. You can dig a nice little hole. That's like literally like 2 trees away. Like, what would that be? 15 feet away? I guess maybe a little more than that. 20 feet away from the frickin' fire circle. Like, why would you do that? Oh man, people are just frickin' Oh, I just had a bug hit me in the back of the throat. Oh. Like right when I was breathing in, this bug went flying right into my mouth, right into the back of my throat. That sucks. It's still stuck there. You know, because you have mucus lining. So when it flew back in there, it just stuck. And I don't have any water. I just tried to suck if I had anything left in my water bottle. I have nothing. And I've been dodging these freaking bugs trying to hit my eyeballs. It's like, why do they always go for the eyeballs? Why do they always go for the eyeballs? Yeah, let's run for a little bit. Gotta get these legs loosened up after pretty much standing behind a camera for 14 hours a day the last 6 days. 5 days, whatever. My legs are pretty stiff. Like tired, super tired. They're stiff. And my foot, by the end of each day, my foot was like killing me too. So it definitely didn't help trying to heal my injury. But it is what it is. Running actually feels good. But I know if I run too much, then my foot is gonna hurt afterwards. Not during the run, after the run. I don't know if you guys saw the guy that won the frickin' Eldon Crest, or it used to be Eldon Crest, Flagstaff Crest race, the 40-mile race. Frickin' ran True Heart. And this guy's a badass anyways. He won like a golden ticket a few years ago at Black Canyon, and then ended up not being able to run Western States because there was a fire that broke out up on the mountains there outside of Flagstaff. But I mean, so this guy is just a badass anyways. But he was freaking running on a broken foot and won the race. And I think he set a course record. Well, it's a brand new course, so I guess it would make sense he would set a course record anyways. But he even beat like the other record. we got about a quarter mile to go. Oh, jeez. I felt sorry for Jamil too. Like, maybe not felt sorry. I empathized with Jamil, because there was somebody that ended up passing away on the course. You know, there's not a lot of details on it. No idea what happened, but I do know that the course sweepers came upon the person, and they performed CPR for like 30 minutes before search and rescue got there, because this was a pretty remote little area where they found the person. And he I don't know what the word is. He doesn't like take things personally. He accepts responsibility for stuff like that, even though there's nothing he could have done. And yeah, he was very, very emotional about it. I mean, even when I heard the news about it, I was up on the top of I don't even remember where I was, top of something, either Mingus or Mount Eldon, and I even got emotional about it, not even knowing anything. And because it does. I mean, I don't care if you've ever met the person. Like, the trail running community, that's exactly what it is. It's just a big family. It's a community. And so if we lose somebody, it hits us all hard. Now, after running the race, it's like when I was at Tuttle. Heather Jackson came in there, and like, she was feeling pretty rough. And so here I am filming her in just this incredibly raw, point of time for her in the race. And I know, like, when I came into that exact same aid station, I was in that same state of mind. I was in such a rough spot. So I was able to empathize with it. And here I am standing there with the camera, freaking choking down tears, because I know exactly what she's going through at that moment. And it's like, oh, why am I such an emotional person? I was lucky when freaking Rachel Enterkin, I was on the top of Mount Eldon when she was winning the race. Like, she came through there. It was pretty funny because I'm standing with the camera waiting for her to show up, and all of a sudden Jim Walmsley runs up behind me. He's like, "Oh, has she made it here yet?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, Jim." No, she should be here in like 3 minutes, I would guess. And right as soon as I said that, you could see her pop out of the tree line up on the ridge across the way, which would put her about 5 minutes away from where I was at. And then she ran by and she was like, "It's Jim Walmsley." It was very funny, because here she thinks it's not like she thinks she's a nobody, but I mean, she's such an impressive athlete. But while she, like, at the finish line, I'm watching everything, and just to see the crowd and her come across the finish line and everything, I'm like bawling like a baby up on top of Mount Eldon. And I was like, I'm so glad I'm the only person up here right now. Like, because I was just crying. Like, there's a guy manning the fire tower up there, and I'm hoping that he was far enough away that he couldn't see me freaking using my sleeves to wipe my tears off my face. Okay, where's she go? Oh, she's going back to the van. Just needed to make sure she didn't try and go further down the trail. No, we're going this way. She always does that. She waits over here to see what direction we're going, but then she still sees me walking. You know, I was walking this direction to get to the intersection, and she assumes, oh, he's walking that direction, we're gonna go that way. No, I gotta get to the intersection, you weirdo. Okay, I am sweaty. I'm gonna have to give myself a little bathy bath today. I mean, I did that yesterday too, but I just feel, I still feel a little gross. Or no, it was 2 days ago I did that, I guess. Yeah, so it has been a day. Woo-wee. My van is still sitting in the shade, even though everywhere else is just bright sun. So hopefully I get, my guess is I am actually charging right now, even though it's mostly in the shade. I'm probably charging. Because those solar panels, the new solar panels I have, don't require direct sunlight to charge. So even a little bit of shade, you're still getting light in the shadows. And so it uses that to charge. But oh, it's a nice camp spot. Like I said, this is my favorite. This is probably the best camp spot out here that I know of. Now, I don't know of all the camp spots, but it's probably the best one out here that I know of. Well, yeah, I would say this is the best. Now there's another one I like to go to that has better views, but then you're off of this trail. You're probably a mile from the trail, so you have to take a road back to the trail. But there was about a year we didn't come here because some jackass decided to, like over here, he dumped his frickin' sewage tank on his RV trailer before he left here. And it's like, why would you do that? Especially being that you go, whatever direction you're going, there is a RV dump, like within 30 miles of here. Is there a secret peanut butter jelly sandwich recipe somewhere? No. Essentially, it's you put peanut butter on both sides of the bread, and then the jelly on the inside, because otherwise then the jelly gets like soaked into the bread and can make the bread all like kind of soggy in a way, which isn't good. Nobody likes a soggy peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Nobody. Whew. Oh, that's that bone she found earlier. Your leg bone's over there somewhere too. I don't know where it's at. I don't see it. We did play with her frisbee last night as well for a bit. Oh, that was a bad throw. Still works. Oh, you got your frisbee. You got your frisbee. Oh, oh. What? We'll play later. She's looking at me like, you can't stop now, you bastard. You just got me going. Well, I figured people might want to see you with your Frisbee. Yeah. She's so happy. I found it last night when I was packing, like taking everything out of here and like kind of packing it up. I had, oh geez, there's so much freaking sand and dust in here I had to get rid of. Crazy. And so I found it, and as soon as she saw it, she was like, oh, it's my Frisbee. Whew. Okay, well, we're gonna go. I'm gonna do some more relaxing. What time is it? 9:30, so I got time to just relax before lunch. Huh, yeah, got time to relax. I don't know, depending on how warm it is tonight, we might do something tonight as well. Go for a little walk, but otherwise, we're just gonna go. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm so tired. And I really need to drink a lot of fluids today, which, speaking of, I need to change out my water tank. I'm down to my last 7 gallons of water. I started off with 24 gallons, and we're down to our last 7. So it's about time for us to leave here anyways. Huh. Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna go. Bye everyone. Love you all. Thanks for all the views. I saw people jumping in over on, quite a few people over on the YouTube side. And we'll see you guys next time. Whether that's tonight or tomorrow morning, I will see you. Bye everyone. Love you all.